You know, man, I'm seeing that Giulia just won the U.S. Women's Championship. And honestly, it blows my mind because I think SmackDown is in Saudi. And I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking that SmackDown was later on today. Like, I'm in the U.S., of course, but I thought it was, 7 p.m. normal time. But I get on Facebook and it's spoiled for me. So I'm like, oh, Lord, SmackDown on. But shout out to Giulia. I mean, I already knew Giulia was going to be a big deal in WWE. The one problem with Japanese wrestlers is that, under the Vince McMahon era, the Japanese wrestlers were never sort of respected. The biggest Japanese wrestler that WWE really had and really paid attention to was Tajiri. Tajiri was kind of over, but he was never like over. The thing that Giulia has going for her is, she's pretty and talented. Other than that, Giulia's wrestling is going to have to speak for itself. And maybe she'll get over, but Giulia is like, if it had a meter on a scale of 1 to 10 how over she is, right now she's at a 6.5. She's at a 6.5. Depending on who comes in, I don't know. Giulia doesn't wear the lingerie to the ring. She's an actual wrestler. Just like Bayley. I'm pretty sure if Bayley came out with the lingerie, blah, 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 that'll get over with, some of the fans. But, she's not going to be able to cut promos like talking about. So, I give Giulia probably, if she could have that Io Sky career in the future, once Io Sky leaves, then you're going to see Giulia on top of the world. But honestly, Giulia's getting there. So shout out to Giulia.